But right now...
But we do got something better to do right now. Oh, with the music.
Yeah, oh my god. Crazy.
It's HazelShade12 versus Maxale540. We got some low win rates. These are some newer players. And someone is going to etch another win onto their player cards, which is going to be good. But the other one is going to have yet another loss. So it's a third mystery tournament for Maxale, only a second for HazelShade. I see both of them a lot in the Discord, though. They've happily joined and become a part of the community, which is cool to see. I think Maxale's the one who's always doesn't want to play a platformer. I think they're desperate for puzzles, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I know plenty of other people who are the exact opposite.
Yeah, but there are a couple people in Maxale's corner as well. I've had a number of interviews where someone's like, these dang platformers, where's those puzzles?
Oh, here's a good game, Blast Corps. Of course, right? Yeah.
Blast Core.
Yeah, it's not like Triss Corp.
Right.
Very different vibe from the previous song.
Composed by Graham Norgate, who I recently was like, oh yeah, Graham Norgate. Like, I always think of the rare composers as Kirkhope and Wise, which sounds like a like they have some kind of like comedy duo or something. Like the late night show with Kirkhope and Wise. Grant Kirkhope and David Wise are wonderful composers, and but Graham Norgate was there with them, and there's a lot of soundtracks that are like he's there with them.
I'm out of the loop when it comes to video game composers, you know? Like, I know Nobu, and then, for example, I exhibit at Gamescom every year, and at the same booth that I exhibit, the retro booth at like the retro area at Gamescom, there's Factor 5, the original team who made Turrican 1 and 2, and probably other games. And they've got Chris Hülsbeck, who is apparently very famous. He's signing autographs every day. People come to Gamescom just to see this guy. I have no idea who he is.
I know the name, but I couldn't be like, oh yeah, they did that game. That game's great. There are a number of composers, though. A lot of Japanese composers I tend to know. I guess I'd really connect with the music in RPGs. That's one thing I like about them. And so there's a lot of JRPGs with music whose composers I've learned. Yasunori Mitsuda, Nobu Uematsu. Not JRPGs, but Yuzo Koshiro, Matoi Sakuraba, Koji Kondo. But yeah, composers, I think most video gamers are not super aware of the composers.
Oh, I just saw a 0% win rate for HazelShade. I really hope there's gonna be a win.
I was trying to remember the Persona composer as well. Shoji Meguro just came up on Ring.
There we go. That's him. I mean, I don't know if it counts like Jonathan Coulton, the guy who made Still Alive and One Shogun.
I do not think of him as a video game composer, but I mean, technically correct.
I would almost say he's most well known for exactly that.
I knew him before he did that.
Toby Fox, okay, yeah, why not?
Yoko Shimomura, that was the other big Japanese one I missed. Street Fighter 2, Kingdom Hearts, right? Daisuke Ishiwatari, who I learned is
that's Pixel, right?
That's Guilty Gear.
Oh, the
Daisuke is like the designer, artist, and composer of Guilty Gear. Like it, I had no idea someone could possibly make a game that modern and be so heavily involved in so many areas of its development. Like, that's wild. And voices the main character. That that's I just can't. That's incredible.
I think Daisuke is also the guy who made Cave Story, so he's also a composer.
Yeah, that's him. Same guy.
I don't know.
Daisuke Cave Story.
A guy named. I thought you meant him because his name is also Daisuke, as far as I'm aware. Daisuke Amaya, apparently, according to Exona.
There we go. Yeah, different Daisuke. I think it's a pretty common name. If I put the names of the past races here, by the way.
Yeah, I
the
was
Blazers are
wondering if
getting
you
set
did
up.
that. I was like, whoa, when did this happen?
No, we weren't possessed by a ghost in the shell.
Maybe
as it
ID
were,
is like pulling the strings.
That's the kind of thing he would do, isn't it? He would be like, "Hey, you got to quit yapping and talk about Maxale versus
I feel like
Sufi."
ID would not do that. I feel like you would be the person to do that. Like if ID and I are talking
I'm
about
projecting hardcore.
Spencer, Matt, and I are talking about hot sauce, and you change the scene, so we're forced to talk about how Bio Kirby beat HazelShade in tiny clusters. Oh, that wasn't the space game. What was tiny clusters?
I think we cast this one.
I think so too.
Yet I do not remember.
Oh, you didn't. It was the one with the 4 level parts. And you could move them around, and you try to get to the finish.
Oh, you told me about this one.
Yeah. And then Ghost in the Shell. I don't know. I was asleep when I
I caught this one. It was a cool match. That's a cool game. So Ghost in the Shell, I think of as like the awesome cyberpunk lady with a gun running around. But there is this little robot in there, and so the game is all about the robot, and it climbs around on any surface, like walls, ceilings, and so the camera like spins around. It spins the whole world around with you while you're climbing around like Spider-Man.
Is the camera good?
Kinda, yeah.
Like the way you explain it, and knowing it's a PlayStation 1 game, I would be so worried about the game with the camera just being awful, like in the Super Mario 64 bad.
It was hard for the players, but it sticks behind you, and the level design seemed pretty smart so that it wouldn't be too much of a problem. It was mostly just the controls and stuff. It had a lot of game in there that was kind of overwhelming, I think, for the racers. So Sufi had a better handle on it and delivered Maxale their first loss of the tournament.
Want to have a look at what we have coming up? What we are gonna see in just a few moments?
So maybe I was mumbling too much. Yuzo Koshiro and Motoi Sakuraba and Yasunori Mitsuda were among the first 5 that I named for famous Japanese composers. They're all wonderful. Oh, I don't know who composes the games, the Trails in the Sky games.
Anyway,
I like those.
The game we're gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are they really ready?
We're super ready. We've been ready for a while. Speaking of Taito 1992 games, here's Little Samson. MT Classic.
Oh, we found someone blind to Little Samson.
We found 2 people here, amazingly enough.
So this is the ultra late NES release. I guess it's not it's as late as Panic Restaurant by the same developer, Taito. But yeah, this is held up as like one of the best NES games ever. Its cartridge is worth like $150 or something.
I think they just didn't make a lot of them because the NES was on its way out.
Yeah. So beat the Green Skulls. We're at least going to be doing the intro level for each of the 4 playable characters you have in this game. This first one at the top there is Little Samson himself. Is this the most well-known game? We had Castlevania Bloodlines. That's pretty up there.
It's Shade asking which difficulty. Let's consult the pace bin.
Did I get in this room early enough to see a pace bin link? Is Mooware here to
Wait, it actually
edit the
doesn't
pace bin
say.
command? Oh no.
The pace bin says nothing about it. Maxale picked normal, I believe.
I'm gonna look at past races of Little Samson and see which ones are blind. A lot of these seem to be done on easy.
I think Maxale picked normal and HazelShade just picked easy.
Oh god.
Alert! Alarm! Sound the alarm! Something is going very wrong.
It's tough because this game's popular enough that people race it who speedrun it, so all those are mixed in with all the blind races, and I'm trying to figure out whether we race on easy or normal more often. I mean, either one should probably work, but it seems like normally we go for easy.
Maxale has switched to easy.
Okay.
This is gonna be awkward to retime.
I mean, what do we say? Maxale got to play the game a little bit, which is a little bit weird. You don't want to just say like that didn't happen.
But also it's not really his fault.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe one of them will just destroy the game and we can all go home happy. So here we go. Little Samson, he's the guy in green. He can climb walls.
And he's got the spinniest jump you've ever seen. That's his regular jump animation. They just went super extra on it, and I love it.
They went super extra. Someone put in extra hours to make all of those sprites.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, respawning enemies. We talked about it yesterday.
That's true. Even these late NES games sort of couldn't get around it.
HazelShade just picked up like a heart. And those hearts increase your health. And like you said earlier, you unlock different characters and they will increase the the health of the character you're currently playing as permanently. So it's very much like, oh, do I think the dragon is good? Well, then I should probably increase the health of the dragon by a lot.
Yeah, the speedrun loves the mouse for its fast movement speed and its quick boss kills. So it feeds a ton of max health to the mouse, who goes from a piddly... I think it has like 2 health when it starts. It's nothing.
Hazel, I think it's time to just jump past this guy.
I have been watching this for a while. He's dead. He's only vulnerable when he's small. Yeah, the mouse can do walls, but also ceilings. Which is just very inventive and creative and fun. But the mouse, though, not a good choice for a blind race, I think. His attacks are kind of... He drops bombs behind him, right? So, like, it's not an easy thing to use when you don't know.
They do so much damage, I remember that. They do damage every frame.
Yeah, while it's exploding. The dragon can fly.
I'm a fan of the dragon. It also has, like, a projectile, I think? Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
It goes kind of weirdly up, but still, I would probably... buff the dragon.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with the dragon. He's not the fastest option, but in a blind race...
Oh, he looks so cute! Did you see that? He had a ducking animation, not just a frame, and a whole animation just for ducking.
Oh, I think Maxale has discovered now that these tornadoes they've been dodging are actually helpful. You can ride them.
Sometimes.
Like Time Diver Eon Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ability to fly. Oh yeah, I think he can charge up.
Yeah, like, get this guy some health.
Dead to the first enemy. It's difficult to understate how good it is to be able to fly in a platformer when you're just playing for the first time. Like, you just have so many more options for how to approach different situations when you can fly. Oh, Maxale had iframes to jump off of the lava.
Oh my god. Yeah, we saw it in Wacky Races, where one of the Gradius power-ups was like a Super Mario Bros. 3 tail wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was a flutter. That would slowly lose you height. This one sticks you.
Yeah, this one's even better. Does it last forever?
A while. Not forever.
Oh, but it's so long. That's like 4 seconds.
It's a long time. God damn, the music is good. You know, if you had asked me who developed this game, I might have told you Sunsoft. But every now and then Taito was able to bust out some jams.
Oh no!
Oh, HazelShade really just went for it. Oh, Maxale moving pretty smooth here. Ah.
Nowadays, I'm mostly not Taito from developing rhythm games.
Huh.
They make a Groove Coaster, which you've probably heard of.
Sure, yeah. They put the VTubers in that one.
Yeah. And all the Touhou characters, of course.
I must have a better opinion of Sunsoft than Aaron Dobie. They did Batman, they did Gimmick, Hibereke. That's a game over. So where did we go? Back to the start. So we're gonna have to do the part before you jump into the tornado.
Oh, this regular enemy just dropped permanent health power up.
Journey to Silius. Yeah, this is the thing we're coming from the speedrun community. Journey to Silius is like a pretty cool game. But like, if you just play video games casually, that game will break you in half. We got the second level complete now for HazelShade.
I think we had a continuation race for that.
Oh, really?
That's the one where you end up in like a laboratory, right? Like a cyber thing.
I mean, there's a lot of that in that game, yeah. This guy has a lot of health, but that's about all he's good at. His attack is kind of awkward. He's slow.
He can stand on spikes.
That's cool.
And I like the game showing it.
Oh yeah, Journey to Silius is pretty different as a blind race, also compared to a casual playthrough or a speedrun. Maxale with a death, I think, pretty late onto that screen, unfortunately.
We haven't talked about it much because it hasn't come out much yet in this MT, but mouse strats for HazelShade. So focused on the game. Normal people, like it's like when the teacher leaves the mouse cursor on screen, everyone but the teacher notices.
And now, anyone who didn't notice it will notice it for the rest of the race, so thank you very much, Maurice.
It's like,
ooh, another game over.
Like blinking manually. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, look, the mouse starts with 2 hit points.
The mouse. Oh, careful.
It's been a long time since I've played this, so I don't remember quite how the controls are with the way that the mouse sticks to stuff. Is it like a toggle with a button, or does it just kind of happen naturally? And how does it take the corners? Like, what directions are you pressing to make it go around?
Can you hold the same direction and do you just keep going like in Devil May Cry?
Right.
Did I play? I feel like I played this. I'm really curious. Let's see how good I was. The little Samson. I did play it. I forfeit, but it was beat the game. Maybe that was way harder, of course.
Yeah, this game does get hard at the end, especially if you go for the true ending. There's a heal inside that cave there, but I don't think it's a max health increase. I think that's like a leaf in a bubble, so HazelShade leaves it.
Yeah. HazelShade has rescued all the animals.
Yeah, so here we get this this dramatic confrontation.
Green guy. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, they make you fight them.
Yeah. It's just the dragon, I think.
Ah.
But it's like, man, I sure wish I was the dragon fighting Samson instead of the other way around.
Oh, we can't switch. We can't switch! Stop trying! There's only L. The L stands for take the L and just fight this thing.
That's true, they didn't even put an S there. Is that his name, Little Samson?
I guess so. First name Little. Like Stuart Little, but the other way around.
Only gonna hear it once. Only gonna hear it once. Because you stop using this guy after you get him in this stage. But you do get to hear this. What?
I think HazelShade can almost demonstrate this string.
That's a strategy you can use on pretty much every boss here. They have little to no iframes, so if you get close, you can just... Okay, this one does have iframes, though. But a lot of these other bosses,
it doesn't.
You can just mash it in.
It just looked like it did, but it was still taking damage.
Oh.
Oh, we did it. The password is question mark 2KC. It's a weird password.
Oh, you can stun lock that first boss, though. Whoa. The guy's just standing there, and it's like, hey, friend, what's you do? Oh my god! Maxale with the mouse.
Look,
Use
it's
the
so
heart
cute.
down below.
Once he releases the ball, he like runs away as a tiny 6x6 sprite or whatever. This is impossible to see on a CRT.
Just really creative enemy design.
Yeah, I really like this. Alright,
The
Maxale
mouse
has
is complete.
rescued all the animals. Gonna have to fight the dragon and then gonna join HazelShade on the first real stage. I remember there being something about a random stage order in this game.
I don't think that's the case. If it wasn't for Time Diver Eon Man, I would have thought that would be a completely insane thing to suggest.
It's not random, it's split paths after the goal. Alright. Maxale is just like, get out the ground, Drake. Come on.
Hits the button with a quick kill. So we're going to have ourselves at least a close race, which is fun for us as viewers. A headache for the moderator was to figure out how we're going to do
Oh yeah, I forgot about
the difficulty thing at the bottom.
I mean, they kind of restarted at the same point, and it's not really their fault, so I don't think we're gonna get too much of a retime either way.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, HazelShade, I thought saw some kind of power-up down here. I was like, yeah, the mouse definitely needs to come here and get it, but we've gone down and around and through the middle. And for what?
HazelShade is ahead, I should see if they have audio. They have
Sure
a lot
do.
of audio.
Lots of it.
I like it when AGDQ does audio switching, so I want to start doing it more.
Sure. You just gotta try to balance them before we start.
Yeah, I think I'll have to add something to the dashboard so I can easily toggle between the two audios without messing around with the volume.
Yeah, it is a little bit clunky to be changing monitor settings or whatever in OBS. There's some health. So your health is sort of remembered on all of your characters. So if you're about to die with one character, you can switch and take the hit.
Yeah.
With another guy, for example. The rock guy is pretty good for this sort of thing.
Oh, I didn't even consider that, but you're right.
Okay, so who's gonna get the health? HazelShade making the decision.
Oh, is it like the character keeps the potion?
Oh, is it an item you use?
It seemed like it.
You'd think I would remember.
Like the golem already has one.
I think I only messed around with this game like eons ago. I don't think I've ever like commentated it or learned how to speedrun it or whatever. So I do have some blind spots in this game.
Eons ago, you say? That's in 1993. And then that's the next game. This thing can fly forever.
Yeah, it's
Like,
really good.
Usually,
It's really, really
you don't
good.
fly half as long if you have a fly in a game like this.
Alright, everyone's got a lot of health this time for HazelShade. Maxale is here. Not getting baited off to the left this time. Oh, it does run into the spikes. They do damage from the side. And that heart is like more of a... Well, here's the thing. You want it with... Oh, Samson can not grab the ceiling, so he's not going to be able to get that heart. No one else needs it, so a bit unfortunate. Oh! HazelShade, with a lot of enemies and projectiles on screen, retreated to the left, but still got hit, unfortunately. And there's a precious max health upgrade. I think. Or was that just a heart?
For whom?
Maxale's skipping it.
Oh, it's Maxale. Yeah, it's at the bottom. I think you gotta go all the way back using the mouse. Walk on the ceiling.
Mm.
And then also you're upgrading the mouse. Eh? Which we know is good
to a
because...
mighty 4 hit points.
Which we know is good because the speedrun uses it, but... if I'm blind racing this, I would not think the mouse is very good.
Yeah, I would not be impressed with the mouse's attack.
Yeah, it's so awkward to use. It's like it's like trying to kill things in Metroid with the bombs. But he has green scouts, but only one of them, or something.
I don't think this is the boss of the goal.
But no, I don't think so either. But he's green and he kind of looks like a skeleton.
He's dead. We punched him.
Oh yeah.
Or is he?
Oh my god. Let's see what the goal is.
Most of these wizard guys transform into something terrible after you kill them.
After beating the floating green skull boss. So this guy's not floating, he's very much walking. This guy's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Who got the best of Maxale, so that character is sort of out of commission now, I think. Until you get something to bring them back. HazelShade as well in this boss fight has got the dragon, who's also low on health. And is having trouble trying to curve these shots.
It's like jumping to specifically shoot over the guy.
Yeah. I think we're about to see the rapid destruction of all of Hazel's characters.
Oh, but Maxale got their characters back.
Oh, I guess any death refills everyone's health?
I guess so.
Okay.
You just gotta switch fast enough. No, don't fly into the thing.
Was really, I think, had their mind on the aggression. Wanted to get in there with a fireball.
Well, Samsung's good for this guy.
Maxale just trading hits, punching this guy in the stomach.
And if it works, it works. Dragon time.
HazelShade getting really close there. I wonder if they've maybe starting to appreciate how you can abuse the boss's lack of iframes.
Well, switch.
The entry doesn't mention the warp. If you kill the Cyclops with the mouse, you get a warp.
Well, seems dangerous.
Maxale has just pulled out the... Oh, no, okay. Was hovering over the mouse.
Oh my god.
HazelShade gets hit, cannot use the golem, switches to the dragon.
Maxale killed the boss. The golem suddenly did a lot of damage.
Yeah, if you're close enough that his fist doesn't have to go all the way across and back, he's pretty good. It does some decent damage.
Oh, Cohen's health upgrade. Can we even get this? Doesn't even try.
The mouse might be able to catch the right edge of the lava fall.
Maybe the golem survives the lava?
Maxale, pretty brave to just fly out to... I'm pretty sure there's a platform over there. It's worked out so far. The orb this guy throws out is pretty hard to dodge if you're trying to be perfect.
Yeah, it just keeps chasing you.
HazelShade gets hit once, twice, which is off of Samson. Is leaving the mouse for last. Uh-oh. Can't get away from the orb. Didn't switch. Maxale's upgraded Samson's health to a second health bar.
Can they use the potions?
There must be a way to use the potions. But not if you don't have any more lives. HazelShade with a game over is back to the start of this stage, and that's a pretty big lead from Maxale.
I mean, the basement doesn't say anything about potions, so if you figure it out, sure.
Oh no, really? This isn't... It's an old thing, huh?
I mean, the UI shows it to you. I think that's easy enough to figure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's incorrect to not put it in the paste bin, but a modern submission would have put it in the basement. Oh, Maxale could not figure out what was going on with that section, and
That
then
looked really sad. It was sad to watch.
and that's why you laughed a lot when it happened.
I'm a German, so I'm bound to the Schadenfreude.
Gotcha. This is just the natural response.
It just looked funny with the spit.
No, HazelShade, not the mouse. Oh, I thought that was going to do 2 damage. There was a projectile coming in. Okay, mouse lives. Everything's fine.
Isn't the mouse already on 4 health? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was already at half, though.
Oh. Okay, this guy is probably not the best for this jump.
Oh. He can do it, but he would have to go right to the very edge.
But it's just... It looks silly.
Yeah, it was a little bit like when the cat is trying to make some kind of impossible jump up to the top of the door.
Yeah,
it doesn't even come close, and it's like, what were you thinking, buddy?
Alright, HazelShade back on the... Well, this guy first, but then the Cyclops.
Yeah, a pretty quick return.
That does damage. The golem. Honestly, maybe powering up the golem is a good idea, provided that the bosses don't suddenly start flying around everywhere.
Which they absolutely might. Oh, Maxale just barely catches the wall. Climbs and grabs the potion that we still don't know how to use, but...
Oh!
What?
Oh, that was cool. Big fan of the save there.
HazelShade low on health. Is getting close and getting a lot of damage, but backs off, and now the orb is coming, and it's just so hard to dodge.
Oh man, it's the mermaid nymph thing. Naked.
Kind of lady of the lake.
See, this thing's flying around everywhere. The golem would suck for this one.
He sure would.
Probably the dragon is good here. You can just shoot it from the left side.
Mm-hmm. The golem can also punch up, I think. So if you can get underneath,
Oh, but she's
it's not
like...
so bad.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah, the fist takes so long to come out. You could land a hit there, but you'd have to punch and then jump and like have the fist drag up into the hitbox. Charged dragon shot does pretty big damage. And then Maxale's responding to a ping from moderator and being told to fall down the waterfall.
I do not understand.
When you reach a floating mermaid boss, just fall down the waterfall, is what the pastebin says.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, was not actually even dealing damage.
Wow, imagine being told not to play a specific part of the game. Luxury.
Look at this crab!
This crab is awesome. This crab actually looks really good for having only 4 colors.
It's too realistic. It's genuinely gross to look at this close.
Wow. HazelShade dies to the Cyclops. Was that the last life? Nope. We'll give it a try.
Fairly straightforward auto-scroller for Maxale.
Wait, little Samson can go on the ceiling. But he can't switch from the wall to the ceiling, I suppose.
I guess that's it. I thought I remembered him doing that, yeah, but I was like, but then what does the mouse do?
This crab looks spiky, but it isn't.
No, his hard exoskeleton is just a solid platform to walk around on. So HazelShade is falling into a trap that I'm guilty of falling into of, oh, I keep dying to this boss, right? I need to not get hit. I need to not die. I need to play more defensive. And then that ends up being worse because it's the opposite direction you should probably be going in terms of strategy. And then you die harder. And then you're like, man, now I really need to be more defensive. Like you just keep moving further in the wrong direction. Nothing about getting killed over and over makes you think, yeah, I'm going to run in there and just get wild with it. But it's a good technique to have in a mystery tournament race.
Little Samson can switch from wall to ceiling.
Then the mouse is garbage. Why is he even here?
I mean, he's one tile tall. Makes him a little better.
And he jumps higher, and his attack is totally different.
Also, he's way cuter.
Yeah, we should be pretty worried when HazelShade pulls out the mouse versus this particular boss.
I mean, I'm...
Matt.
It's exciting. The whole race gonna be a mess. Can't wait to find out.
So the Gregory's like, please, this has already been hard enough. I hate it. I hate when I'm watching it and there's this feeling brewing. Like, say, due to recent time constraints, we had to formally announce to the players that number of levels completed in a puzzle game is going to be the amount of progress, but we didn't say that part. We just said that it would be determined. We would call it in an hour.
Wouldn't that suck?
And it was just sort of left to the players to sort of intuit what that might mean.
Imagine.
And you're just watching it go, and you're like, I messed up, and it's too late, and it's just it's going to happen now, and I'm just going to deal with the consequences. So the HazelShade does not have an answer, basically, for this boss. The orb comes out, and then HazelShade takes too much damage.
Yeah, and the answer is to just do damage as well. To out-damage the damage.
In Maxale, this auto-scroller is... so they lost their health upgrades. Little Samson used to have an extra couple of health.
Yeah.
So that's punishing. But I don't know which part of it specifically has been such a problem. It's a very similar looking stage, and then every now and then I look over and...
That's the crap.
Maxale has exploded. Uh-oh.
What's this about? Oh, do we have to hang on to the crab? Oh.
Do you have to use the abilities? Just like that?
Makes sense.
Oh, no!
It keeps happening!
Oh, no.
These crazy, like, silly-looking deaths from Maxale.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no!
I'm pretty sure you have jump height control in this game, and Maxale just held the button for too long. Yeah, look, there it is. There's a nice little jump from Maxale. And it's also like, why did they even put those spikes up there? There was no time pressure. There was nothing like... And after reacting to the wall, waiting on it, climbing around and under, that was so well done. HazelShade using the dragon to fly over most of the level. Love it.
Ouch.
Yeah, has not developed a sort of internal sense of when the dragon is going to drop. Which, like, fair enough, it's a really long time. It's not easy to feel out a period of time that long.
Yeah, it's easier when it's a second. Alright, here we go. It's the final boss of this auto-scroller.
So, like, I get why the ceiling goes away to force you to get to the crab.
Oh my
Why
god.
was it spikes all the way along? Look at this little thing.
Oh, it's a
Got a
magnet. It's a magnet that spawns gargoyles. I mean, damage raise the guy. Like, dodge these guys and then get in there and punch him with the punch dude. Or maybe charge the
Punch
dragon.
cat.
Punch cat.
HazelShade gets hit.
HazelShade has to beat this boss. Time is running
Yeah.
out.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like the next boss is gonna be the Green Scouts. Oh,
They seem to have the idea of like, oh, taking damage is fine as long as I get these hits in on
Yeah.
this phase.
and also
And
being
it's like,
close
why
does a
change-
lot of damage.
Yeah. So you like, why not? Why change the game plan?
I like what he's doing there, but then this attack comes out and... Ooh, oh,
Yeah.
nicely
get
done,
in there.
actually. Oh no, this guy is close. The final attack of every boss walking closer to the player.
It's the worst thing that an enemy can do. Maxale, entirely with little Samson, is about to defeat this little pink thing, or at the least the first phase of it. I'm not sure if it's got anything else. going on, actually.
Switch!
Not good. Still have some more lives. Is this
Oh.
the end? Maxale gets the hit.
Maxale gets him, like, on the way up. I didn't even realize you can hit him still. Oh, he stole our bell. That's why. We were not able to switch characters.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, look, there's like scouts flying around. And the level is green. Putting 1 and 1 together, we arrive at Green Scouts.
Oh, you can touch those spikes from the side, unfortunately.
It's not like the fork in Little Chef. What was it called?
Panic Restaurant?
Panic Restaurant.
You just took the little from Little Samson and just threw it in there. Swapped out the noun.
I mean,
This dragon is low on health, and I just really do not die and get hit again. Switch if you...
HazelShade
Yeah.
was on 3 health before and died from 1 hit. I remember that.
Switches to Samson, takes the damage on the character.
Honestly,
And,
just...
and now if
Oh,
you feel
no.
comfortable, switch.
Oh, not dead yet, though.
Yeah, those do 2.
Switch?
Orb does 3.
What?
Switch! What happened?
Maybe like didn't come out because there's maybe can't switch immediately after shooting or while bullets are on screen or something like it.
Maybe.
I feel like there was a clear intention to switch. Didn't even try to run away from that attack, really.
Yeah. I completely agree. Maxale's got a lot of health on Little Samson.
And still, Samson is pretty versatile, right? He's got a pretty high jump, he walks really fast, he's got a projectile that goes very straight. But he doesn't do so well in water.
It's funny, it's just coming from the speedrun where he just does nothing better than the other characters, so he literally never gets used. It's the Mario. He's the Mario.
Yeah,
of the
he's
group.
the all-rounder. Oh, it's mouse time! Oh, the mouse can walk on water! Mouse, no
Not sure how
attack,
much
but
sense that makes.
can climb walls and ceilings like Lickle. Oh,
Yeah,
his name is
his
Lickle.
Japanese name. Yeah,
It's not Little
That's what it-
Samson.
that's what Exuno said. They love these tornadoes.
I mean, I
I mean,
love
I
them.
kind of like them too.
Yeah. I think they're really neat. Ever since Time Diver
Oh.
Eon Man.
Mouse got hit again. Maxale not switching, risking death.
Hardcore!
Wow.
Too hardcore.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad feeling just based off of how they've been able to react to new elements of the stage in the past. It's not easy. The mouse moves fast. You do not got a lot of time. And that's a game over.
HazelShade. I feel like even if she beats the boss here, it's so far away. There's like how many bosses between We have the mermaid, which doesn't really count. We have the ninja guy who is a magnet. We have the that's it, right?
I think that's it. So one boss.
No, that's two
But
bosses.
it's a lot of stages.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
one
the
and a
boss
half.
that isn't a boss.
Well, unless you try to fight it.
I mean, you literally just drop in the waterfall. Like, it's not a thing.
Yeah, but even the best players sometimes play content they're not supposed to, you know?
That's true. I was like, oh my god, he must be hating everything right now. We got HazelShade is really like no one dodges these fireballs better than HazelShade right now.
Oh, he has to do the crab autos like that. The crab boss. Don't forget about the crab boss.
Not a boss, but okay. Please switch. Oh, HazelShade has forgotten the health values here or wasn't paying attention.
Alright, let's see HazelShade do this. I believe. A little Samsung for this guy, but has been using Golem. Which works. Like just punch the dude forehead.
Always too early while trying to hit him while he's forming. That was something Maxale was doing too.
Right, why are you running away? Just stay next to the guy and punch him. Also, I want to point out there's been 3 finishes in this race so far. Everyone but the 2 racers have finished already.
Yeah, and one of them was Bright Shadow in 17 minutes and 20 seconds, who I think is familiar with the speedrun, if I remember right.
Alright, doing really good damage on the Cyclops. Is this a skull? I mean, it's first gonna be the guy. No, it's not! Oh my god, it's the alien.
Sea monster.
It's the alien from Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, it's the mouth within the mouth.
Spooky.
HazelShade's got a chance this time.
Bonk, bonk.
I mean, all they need to do is switch characters, but they might not even need to do that.
Yeah, doing really good damage here. There we go.
All right.
Game is nice enough that you can't get hit after the boss is dead.
Yes, I did see that. All right, you only have a brief period to hit the boss while the mouth is open.
This boss is really not all that threatening. You can even duck beforehand. Whoa!
Oh. Whoa!
What did
Just
the
keep
state
ducking?
ducked?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The sound effect is the worst part of this boss.
What are we doing?
Classic get behind the boss.
Well,
It's a good idea to try, but...
Dragon time. The dragon can duck too.
Oh, and charge? I think the rocks ate all the projectiles.
Yeah. Maybe just stand like right in front of it and shoot soon enough. Ah, that was again.
And Bright Shadow's beaten the whole game. Congratulations. I almost thought that I was such a bad commentator that I missed HazelShade somehow reset the whole game, and then I remembered that there's a return to the cloud level.
Yeah, I saw that on Maxale and was like, did he enter the wrong stage? Can you enter the wrong stage? Doesn't sound likely. Maxale's gonna beat this thing. It's not a green skull, but progress is progress.
So there's this level that HazelShade is on, which maybe leads to the mermaid waterfall.
Maybe.
Followed by the crab. Followed by the level that Maxale is on.
No. There's like 2 levels between. There was one really short level.
Yeah, there's 2 red jungle levels. And those are done, and the boss afterwards complete as well.
What? Look at this guy. What's his deal? It's an X-Fella.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
There was a guy.
Whoa, get a load of this guy. What's he gonna do? Look out. He could do anything.
I mean, we've seen some enemies do unexpected things. I was ready for anything.
Certainly. I mean, these platforms are doing unexpected things. They're kind of like Yoku blocks, except they always exist.
Do they really, or is it... I thought maybe it was like
Yeah.
a 30 FPS thing and we don't see them flashing or something.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Okay.
Oh, HazelShade going for the skip. Gets it.
Upgrades to
Definitely
dragon.
a lot more comfortable with
Uh-oh.
the
Uh-oh.
dragon.
Oh!
Damage boost. Oh,
Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Okay.
Alright, mermaid time. Let's see how
Get in that water.
HazelShade fail. Oh,
Nice.
that was a lot faster than Maxale.
The pastebin says that the mouse is like not strong or something, apparently.
Pastebin says no attack, but very fast. Wait, what?
No attack.
The pastebin says the mouse cannot attack.
And it's like the best attack in the game if you know what you're doing. Wow.
Pretty funny.
She's a reader. We got a reader!
Yeah.
Alright, we're riding the crab.
We're
It's a long level.
We're riding the crab out of this crab.
We have 2 levels after this for HazelShade,
Duck.
and then a boss, and then
Well,
she
don't
will
unduck.
join Maxale on this.
Hi, hello. Looks like we're live again. I thought I'd jump in quickly so we can catch the end of this race.
Very generous of you. I've been watching, and HazelShade almost got to the end of the crab auto-scroller. Has died to the piece of ceiling that comes down, didn't figure out how to transition around it. Then second time around they did, but I guess something, maybe the spikes got them at the end, I'm not sure. But they did not complete the level, and Maxale has been hard stuck on the invisible platform section.
So this space stage, I guess, is the last stage of this race?
I don't know, but I think it's probably gotta be at this
Yeah,
point.
we're also pretty far in already, almost an hour.
Ooh, it's kind of scary, but Maxale having the confidence to go underneath and around this bar, which keeps them far away from the enemies. Has made it farther than they've ever made it before.
Oh, that's a pretty mean trap there, platforms that you fall through. At least when you see that the first time, you wouldn't know.
Oh, HazelShade dies again right at the end of the auto-scroller. Maxale with good progress, though. That was an extra life, doesn't go for it, jumps, hits the ceiling, lands in a pit. And all the way back to the start of the screen. So the dragon can fly, that's pretty cool. Though these walls, some of them leave very little room to squeak by above. So I think engaging with a climb is definitely a good idea. And Samson has so much more health than the mouse.
So Samson can hold on to walls and ceilings, but can the mouse do that as well? I think I remember the mouse running along walls.
Yes, that is correct. And has a faster move speed and a smaller hitbox. So, you know, the speedrun loves it. If you've got the confidence and the skill to move the mouse around, the lower health is not so much of a drawback. But these players, blind, it's hard to avoid stuff. So you're going to take damage, and Samson's projectile as well is getting plenty of usage here. So it's a decent pick for this section. Okay,
And HazelShade made it to a boss here.
Nice.
On very low health though. And apparently that's the boss that doesn't let you take the other characters. So no extra health bars.
Uh-huh. Maxale was able to sort of figure out the pattern and get this one down. Though it did take a long time. again, Maxale just having a lot of trouble triggering the wall climb while falling next to a wall. I don't think there's any reason why you can't do that. I don't think you have to initiate it on the upwards part of your jump. Sometimes some games are like that. Your double jump can only be used on the way up or whatever. I don't think that's the case. Please correct me in chat if not.
I don't know, does it just grab on automatically when you touch the wall, or do you have to do something
I think
special?
it's a button combo. It's like a toggle to go into wall cling mode or not. I don't know if it's like up B or against the wall B or whatever it is.
The one thing that seems a bit difficult here is like when the platforms are invisible, you don't really have a hint of where they are. Like sometimes it seems like they've got a black background, but most of the time they don't.
Against the wall A. Okay, so if you're holding A on your jump, you need to get used to sort of releasing and repressing. And Maxale's like maybe not quite quick enough on it. Or is not, thinks that they've let off enough pressure on their thumb to let go, but actually hasn't or something.
These little slimes here from Maxale also seem difficult. Like if Samson only shoots to the right, then you can't really get them.
Yeah, thankfully they tend to drop health, and they don't do a lot of damage, and Maxale has a lot of health, so it's definitely the instant death pits that are the problem here.
The little guy item, is that a 1-up? Because that
Yes.
basically means you
Otherwise-
can try this section infinitely.
Yeah. If it wasn't there, Maxale would have game overed a long time ago, and then that would have reset little Samson's health all the way down to about half of what it is right now.
That's also something that says last stage to me, when they give you a 1-up so you can try the section infinitely.
They knew. Oh, I actually got another life, did Maxale. Alright, HazelShade's getting to this key moment at the end of the stage now, I think. As Maxale's on these platforms, both players making good progress in their respective stages. HazelShade around, needs to catch up to the crab. There it is. Just do a tiny little jump, please. Oh, Maxale in the pit. But HazelShade onto the boss with a lot of health. That health is gone. What happened?
Interesting. Is that just an instant kill when you touch the boss?
I
Or does it
guess.
do a ton of damage? But I guess now she's not gonna get tricked as easily anymore. Yeah, the pattern of this boss seems pretty easy. Like Maxale didn't have much trouble with it. Just don't get pulled in, jump over that one shot, and then these gargoyles only have static tracking, so you can also dodge them pretty easily.
You can also kill them too, if you get the chance. They do start above you, so you often don't have the angle, but... The real kicker is that there isn't much chance to hit the boss, so the fight goes on a long time. It's fairly easy to dodge, but if you've got like a 10% chance to get hit, you multiply that by 15, 20 chances to get hit, and suddenly it balloons to like you're quite likely to take a lot of damage.
Does the boss not take damage while he's got his magnet shield up? Because I haven't seen the boss lose any health yet.
Yeah, you're right. It's only the brief moments where it's down low enough for you to hit and is coming down or going up. One health now. The boss is like half health. We're into the rhythm though, you know? We've dodged these things plenty of times before, just keep it up. Ah, late jump. Maxale to land on the moving platform.
Okay, so touching the boss is definitely an instant death.
Oh,
And another
no,
game over.
That's the crab again. Maxale catches the very bottom of that block, and it's here where I would think, you know, maybe we could switch to the dragon. Well, I guess Samson's looking pretty good, but jumps off the wall, does not catch again into the pit. We are at the hour mark. I think probably chances are good Maxale will finish within 90 minutes. But we have to start thinking about the time limit. There have been a bunch of previous races of Beat the Sandworm, which is the thing Maxale has already killed. I think it's the boss that HazelShade is going to come up against. You probably want that life, Maxale. Alright.
You're being very careful, trying to not take damage while getting the 1-up, but wasn't really successful. HazelShade now has full health and definitely is familiar with all the boss patterns here, so I have confidence that she's gonna make it soon.
I don't know. She seems to be sticking to the corner really hard, and it's giving her less room to dodge these attacks. Like, if you bait them into the middle, you can just walk left, and you're good. But she's standing at the left, so she has no choice but to move right towards them, or do these tricky jumps.
Yeah, didn't manage to dodge the gargoyle's order shot there. Health bar is slowly getting eroded.
Maxale's hanging off of some spikes. Tough hands does little Samson have. Catches the wall.
Ooh,
Does
this is a
not
really
jump.
problematic section for Maxale. Keeps dying here a lot.
Yeah, it's been like that the whole way. It's been like repeated deaths to this thing, and then they figure it out, and they move on to the next thing, and then it's a bunch of deaths before they figure that out, and it becomes longer and longer to get to the next challenge, so this process is really being drawn out. Maxale dead again. Something I am noticing is one thing you might want to do is, as this guy is low but like going up, you would want to like jump and then mash attack right away. But there's like a pause between Hazel hitting jump and then hitting attack, as if their thumb is sort of, it's on the A button and now it's on the B button. And I feel like they're maybe not comfortable with having their thumb on top of both A and B and being able to kind of like rock it, or even hold A and tip tap the tip down on B multiple times. It's just a little bit of dexterity, I think, that they don't quite have the muscle memory for.
Yeah, it's definitely a more complicated input, like I think just generally, if you're just thinking, oh, I have to jump, I have to evade, maybe you're not quite ready to immediately fire your shots off.
That's true. It could be more of like a cognitive overload. I'm just gonna do this one thing, and now I'm gonna do this next thing.
Maxale missing a lot of shots here. A lot of jumps.
Yeah, isn't really consistently making it to those later elements like the pink platforms and the vertical walls with the little gaps you need to pass through. So it doesn't even get to like learn how to do that part until they get there.
As someone who hasn't played this, I'd naively think you just kind of have to jump to the next platform and can easily hold on, but I guess there's more going on here. We see Maxale missing the jumps a lot or missing the grab a lot.
Yeah, so the input is towards the wall and jump to attach to the wall. And again, just sort of that dexterity element of being comfortable releasing and repressing with good timing. Because like, if you are the sort of person who just jams the A button all the way down. By the way, Hazel getting the kill on the boss. Nicely done. Had plenty of health left over too. Just sort of really finally perfectly understood how to get that pattern down. So it's 2 red jungle levels and a sandworm boss, and then HazelShade will join Maxale on this really difficult level. But yeah, the releasing and repressing, like if you are the sort of person who is used to jamming and holding down the A button for the full duration of your jump, it's going to be quite uncomfortable to suddenly have to train yourself to release and repress.
And if it's alright, then like a lot of games, this game also has different jump heights depending on how long you hold the jump button, so that's not gonna make it easier if you have to let go.
We saw it earlier. Maxale did a full jump into a set of spikes and died right at the end of the crab auto-scroller.
Looks like Maxale has figured out how to get the 1-up here without taking damage, but as far as I can tell, the damage isn't really the problem. They usually take a fall there.
Yeah, I don't. They've been here for maybe 30 minutes or something, and I don't think I've ever seen them die to losing all of their health, not once. This skull either has a lot of hit points or doesn't die. HazelShade is trying to deal with it. Is able to switch characters. You could jump and fly over this thing with the dragon. You could run under with the mouse. That's Jungle 1. Here's Jungle 2.
For some reason this game makes this jungle stage makes me think of a game like Contra or something.
Sure. Jungle, you know, the first level of Contra is iconic, certainly.
Yeah, if there's a jungle, then I expect military dudes running around. Very typical thing.
Not this cute little dragon and these tornadoes. Okay, we got the pink platforms. Maxale's getting deep into the level now. Wow, didn't catch the side, didn't catch the top. Finds only the void. 1 hour, 9 minutes. We got 21 minutes, roughly, left on the clock before we hit the buzzer and decide our winner. Now, HazelShade has a reasonable chance, I think, to... Like, let's say Maxale never beats this level, right? I think HazelShade's got a decent chance to beat the red jungle, beat the sandworm, and I think there's no other levels. Maybe there's one level without a boss between that and where Maxale is. So I could see HazelShade pulling that off and getting to the same level, but she is also going to have to then complete the level because Maxale got here first. So We can see how tough it is. It's a big ask. Here we go with the sandworm now.
Oh, it's a scary boss. It's kind of funny that most of the sprites in this game are these cute cartoony things, and then the crab or this thing are like almost photorealistic, awful monsters.
Yeah, they're genuinely upsetting to look at. But it's a pretty easy boss. You can just crouch under this thing, even that it shoots out. And we are seeing that there is indeed different characters to use. The dragon has come out.
Maxley is getting low on health now. He's getting pretty far, but he touched the spikes, touches them again.
So I guess, yeah, actually,
death from health,
actually dying to damage. There it is. HazelShade is cruising towards, I think, a victory here. Now, the dragon doesn't have a lot of health, but it's pretty reasonable to not get hit. Well, if they were to discover you could crouch under these boulders. Having to jump it every time certainly opens the window for getting hit. Alright, here's a low one. You're gonna need to jump. Oh, Maxale jumping to the next block before it was even solid.
At least on that one block there was an item on it, so I thought they would just use that to target.
See,
And now we're
he's
at
almost
this
dead.
narrow section again.
That's it.
Ooh, scary. Yeah, there must be something about the jumps here that makes this really difficult.
We
see
are in the same
Maxale
level.
jump short or miss the grab or just fall off so often.
Yeah, it's just hard. You just gotta be good at platforming in a way that these players are not. They're not there on their video game journey yet. Okay, so we're seeing a different approach. The dragon flying over a lot of this stuff, getting hit by the spikes, but not dying. That is a solid wall. It doesn't fade away. Ah!
Did Maxale even try other characters here? I think we saw the mouse once, or a few times.
I'm not sure that I did. Certainly no dragon.
Because yeah, with the difficult jumps, the dragon would be an obvious solution, except for some bigger roadblocks here where you maybe can't fly.
Oh, HazelShade busting out the mouse. Just having a lot of trouble. Oh, I was taking multiple damage against the spikes. Alright, Maxale. Oh. Okay, jumps over the platform, gets the heart.
I think we've seen Maxale this far before, but not for a while.
Yeah. Does know which platforms are fake.
This kind of looks like the room might end soon. Oh yeah, that's the end. Okay, so and that's the last boss. If they survive this, then they're done. There's 16 minutes left.
I don't think this is going to be their win. I don't know. We'll see. The golem does do a lot of damage. Maxale's pretty comfortable using the high damage golem and just damage trading up close. It's working out well.
Maxale might have a lot of extra lives saved up by now, since the stage not only gives you one to replenish your death, but also often gives you a second one.
Yeah.
5 lives.
Certainly that will come in handy.
That's a good chance probably for this boss.
Oh, the rapid fire punches. It's so good.
Damage race might work. Almost there. Maybe one more hit. Oh, not the mouse.
I mean, it's a good idea to switch characters. The golem was low on health and was going to take damage. So there it is. The final punch. That's the end of the goal. 1 hour, 15 minutes. It was a marathon for these players, but Maxale's across the line.
HazelShade can also still get there.
It's a tough, long level, though. There's a lot to learn about how this works. One got killed while they were typing in IRC, the GG. But not the FF. Seems like they might be willing to play it out, even after a really, really long go. The other racers who I think were waiting have gone ahead and triggered the give game, so we'll quick have a chat with Maxale here. Hello.
Ah, darkness.
That was a hard stage.
Thankfully, that one life at the beginning of this stage.
Yeah, I mean, they knew, right? They knew this one was harder than the others when they put that life there. So you stuck it out with little Samson through this stage. I mean, obviously you've been in it for so long, so this is what I want to talk about. Did you think about like, oh, maybe the dragon's flight or like the mouse's jump or like something else could serve me better here? Or
I
like,
mean, I
yeah.
would have chosen the mouse, but there was that one issue of the mouse having basically no life, no extra health, so I couldn't survive even one hit. And the fact it cannot attack means I would need to run and gun it. Samson has the most health, he can climb walls, so... And I was more used to it at this point, so rather than try to experiment on a perfect solution, try and test it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's you make a lot of great points. Sticking with the thing you know is certainly important, especially if you feel like there's still room to improve with that character, right? Like if you feel like you're getting better at catching onto these walls or doing a not full jump or something. If there's still ways you can improve, then there's merit to sticking with the character and getting those improvements. So how about the game overall? I mean, it's hard after getting stuck. But like, was it fun?
It feels like fun. It could be fun if I don't know. I was taking my time, maybe see what was the actual thing behind the Siren boss. Because it seems like the game has a lot to offer. Just it rewards you with patience, something that in this context you don't have a lot of.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to get at least something out of it. And you're moving on in Mystery Tournament. Are you am I wrong, or are you someone who's more hoping to draw a puzzle game in Mystery Tournament?
Honestly speaking, I am. This feels like a myth. I prefer. I don't have a specific game type I want to seek for. I'm just here for the ride.
Nice. Well, the ride continues. So congratulations for toughing it out, and little Samson for coming out and racing and for coming to talk to us.
Thanks to both of you to go to live stream the event, and probably I need to get moving because I think there is a match upcoming at any second, or was something else.
Yep, they are setting up right now.
Yeah, then I should just get going. Also, my opponent seems to be Kostusha, right?
Oh, that's right. I did not look up your next opponent. Seems you have, though. Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm in the thread, not in the actual chain. Hold on.
Yep, your opponent is Kostusha.
Good,
I think,
good,
yeah.
good. Okay, then I will just get with my knight. Have a good one.
All right, thank you so much.